Hi friends, it's Carrie back for another video, and today we're going to talk about how to detect deception in others. This is going to be a good one. But before we get into it, let me introduce myself. My name is Carrie Wilson. I'm an intuitive consciousness coach, a certified meditation practitioner, and I've been coaching for 10 years, and I love what I do. So much so that I'm putting this content together for all of you so we can create a community of like-minded people. So let's get into it. I'm going to give you 5 things to look for to detect deception in others. Number 5 is inconsistency, meaning inconsistency in their statements and what people are telling you. There's a reason why people conducting investigations ask the same question over and over. It's to see if the answer remains consistent. If there's inconsistency with what people are telling you, it doesn't matter if it's the who, what, when, or where. If there is even the smallest variation of a detail, there may be deception there. Number 4, body language. All right, if you're an empath like me, and if you are an empath like me, go ahead and put I am an empath below, because we have these instincts that are natural to us. So this is a gift that we have to detect deception in others. And what I know is what's natural to me is body language. I am tuning into what you're not saying. Your words, I'm listening to your words, but I'm following everything else. Are your eyes looking away? Are you fidgeting a little bit? Everybody has a tell. Many times, if somebody is trying to deceive you, even if it's like a handshake, one of their hands are shaking, many times they'll put their hands under a table or maybe in their pockets to kind of control them. And it's even little ticks, maybe they start to fidget, or, like they're running their hands through their hair or things like that. But please know, some of these ticks may be because somebody is genuinely nervous, which can be valid. But if you use this one along with the other tips I'm giving you, you may be detecting deception in someone. Number 3, verbal cues. You're listening for hesitancy, a pregnant pause, like a gap in what they're saying. It's almost like even if they start to stammer, stutter a little bit, somebody who is confident in what they're saying and they're retelling the truth of a story will tell it more confidently. And also, are they telling you what you want to hear? If you're asking somebody a question, where were you at this time? And well, they know they were supposed to be here at this time, so they're going to tell you what you want to hear, but is that the truth? Number 2, micro expressions. Now, this takes a trained eye. Lots of people don't notice this. What I mean by micro expressions, maybe somebody's playing the victim and they want to pull at your heartstrings, but there's going to be a moment when their expression doesn't match what they're trying to emote. So, for example, somebody's trying to play the victim or say that they weren't involved in something, but there's a flash of anger, or they start to look away, or they start to get very fidgety. These little micro expressions, they are a telltale sign of deception. And number 1, and this is the number 1 that I always want you to remember, it's the quickness of response. So, for example, and if you have kids, you know what I mean. If you ask them if they ate the cooking, they go, no. You know they're lying. You know they are. But it's the quickness of response. And let me explain that to you. So, when we are trying to recall an experience, there is a cognitive process to pull that memory, to pull that experience out of our memory bank and express it. So, there's going to be a second where somebody is processing. So if they do take a second to try to really think about what happened, more than likely they're telling the truth from what they experienced. If the answer is too quick and they're fast at it, they're going, no, I wasn't there. No, I have no idea. I have nothing to do with it. You're going to want to dig deeper, because they're not even trying to pull it up. They're not trying to pull that memory up. That is the number 1 way to detect deception, is the quickness of their response. Remember this one with conjunction with all the other tips that I've given you. Remember, you should use all these tips in conjunction with each other, because one standalone is probably not going to be enough to detect deception. If you start to see all these examples, you're probably dealing with somebody who is deceiving you. Overall, use your intuition. It never lies to you. There's times where you don't listen to it. I'm guilty of that myself. Your intuition is never lying to you. So always use it. In conjunction with these 5 tips that I've given you, you are going to be able to master detecting deception in others. I hope this helps. If you like this, please go ahead and hit the like below. Please subscribe if you feel called, and feel free to share because this is information people should really, really know. Until next time, I love you all. Remember, the only limits you will ever experience are the ones you put on yourself.